Okay, so got all the basic supports in here, backrest and all that. This being the battery compartment, no matter what kind of battery I'm putting in here, I always look towards the future that if I'm putting in a lead acid that's going to outgas, then I definitely want to put a vent in. I'm going to use these little soffit vent and get it down in somewhere in here. And then I'm going to paint the inside. I've got to clean up some sawdust, wipe it all down. But let me take you outside, and before I drill, I want to make sure I'm not going into the rub rails on the side. So I'm going to bore a test hole to see where it comes through here, and then because my hole saw, I can get it through the metal on the outside, and then I'll do through, because I'm going through 3/4 inch and 1/4 inch. So I don't think I'm going to be able to drill it all from the outside. So this will give me a hole here. So let's go outside and we'll drill a hole with the idea of putting this in. I may probably put one on this side, one on the other side, just because it'll give me a little more, not so much protection, but fire stoppage. Like I said, I'm going to seal this box up, and I got to put some sort of gasket around up on here, but I'm using the fire resistant caulk. So all right, so let's go outside and drill that pilot hole. Okay, so this bit isn't long enough to go all the way through, which is why I have this bit. This one's really made for wood, not metal, so, but that's okay. Now, let's go inside and make sure this is lined up. I can always move it around a little bit. Well, that looks pretty good to me. I mean, this is going to mount right in there. I'd like it to be a little bit higher, but that rub rail is right here, and I don't really want to try to deal with that. So, go back outside, we'll pull this through, and we'll drill the bigger hole that'll fit this. Not a great hole saw. That's a Harbor Freight one, but I'm not so worried about if I ruin it. There's not a whole lot of holes. I don't plan on drilling any more 2-inch holes through the metal in this, so. I think I'll go get a real one, because this one, yeah, this metal's a little thicker than I thought. Oh well, I'll be right back. Okay, so the metal was thicker and harder than a Harbor Freight bit, or that Harbor Freight bits. And so I went out and bought a little bit better hole saw. See how this works. Well, there's the outside. I'll go and do the inside. I'm going to start painting the, get a coat of paint on this. I chose a colonial red because, well, why not? And the I got this Master Flame Class A flame retardant. I can mix it 50-50 with a latex paint, and it helps prevent the spread of flames. It's precaution on my part is that if there's ever a spark or anything in the battery box, the electrical components in that area where it's so much of it's concentrated, that I don't want it to catch the plywood and let it smolder for a while before it, totally destroys the thing. So it's just a precaution on my part. So it makes, makes me feel better. So I'm going to mix it 50-50, and we'll get painting at one. I'm not really going to. I'll time lapse the painting. It's going to be in here, be inside, but just so you, I want to say is this particular piece is going to be in facing the battery box and facing the circuit breaker fuse area. So in order to save some time and waiting for it to dry, what I did was I drove some screws up through. I can paint it, set it, flip it over, set it on top, paint it on the other side so the whole thing's coated, and there's just going to be 4 little pinpricks of places that don't have paint, so which is not a big deal. So let me get this mixed up, and then I'll paint all this, move inside, and paint the inside part. All right. Okay, so I got 2 coats on here, and I did a test one. I'm going to try to flame. This stuff just sprays on, with a regular spray bottle as a clear, but I wanted the color. I want to see how this works out because it says mix 50-50 with latex paint. Latex paint. But it seems, I don't know if you can see it, but it seems like, see how it's sort of cheesy? It's like it curdled all of the pigment. You can see a lot of the pigment right down on the bottom. So I'm not real happy about how it mixed up, but it is what it is. So the inside, the battery box, I got one coat on. I'm not really worried about that so much. I've still got quite a bit of this. So what I'm probably going to do is give it once it's all dry, give it a nice spritz with this stuff and go from there. So, all right, that's it for today, I guess. I'll be putting some of this together. Just got a call from my buddy who sells batteries that my batteries are in. So I'm gonna go pick those up. The solar cell, charge controller, and all came yesterday. And the I've got some switches and a circuit breaker and a fuse box. I need to pick up a couple other things. So yeah, I guess that's it for today. Next week I'll probably, or the next time I'll probably be playing with the solar. I got to do a little bit of reading up and figure out all the exact configuration of where I want to place stuff. So we'll pick up there. See you later, YouTube. Okay, just for giggles, I'm going to try a little flame test on this stuff I did today. This board, I put a mixture on this side. On this side, I did the mixture. I also sprayed the clear. And this one, obviously nothing on it, although it's got clear on that side. So let's see what happens. This is propane. Obviously, that side's gonna char up really fast on the plain wood. Not much difference. The side that's got just the mixture on it, this is the side that got the mixture on it, this is the side that got the clear on it. Definitely seems to be flame resistant. It's not fireproof, but it's fire resistant. I can still feel heat coming off of that. These are cold. So, well, it's not going to be flame proof, but it's I feel a little bit better about having this coating on it compared to this. And this is not, this has been sitting out here. It's only been drying for a few hours. So, all right. It's a little flame test. Take it for what it's worth.
Out box. Fill in.